everybody. Today we're going to work on things that remind us of summer. This is a slim Hoggie, a 12 ounce from the Stainless Steel Depot. Just kept the box there so you could see what it is. And it's essentially a koozie in case you don't know. The top on this is just a rubber grommet. So we're going to pull that off. We're going to tape off our edge on this. And then we're going to apply glitter. This is, I don't know if I can see the name of it. It's written in white, I think. Let's see. Well, it's orange. I can't see a name on it, but it's by Recollections from Michael's. And we're going to use this matte finish acrylic paint. It's pure orange by Folk Art. We're going to use that as our adhesive. So we're going to start with taping off the top of our tumbler because I don't want anything to get up there as far as the paint, the glitter, epoxy. I don't want anything up there. I will have to replace this several times, just so you're aware. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that so that you can see how I do that. I always like my epoxy when I have to tape off a tumbler. I like my epoxy to come up a little bit onto the stainless steel rim because, well, ones that have the rim, because we know that that gives us the best sealing advantage when we're trying to do our final coats of epoxy. So this you might have to rearrange a little bit just to get it on there straight. Of course, I'm not going to be totally straight because I don't even have my glasses on. All right. I think we are lined up. We are lined up. Okay. Little snip. Oops, let's snip it the other way. And this will come right off without any issues when the epoxy is put on here, when the paint is put on here. It's wonderful. I prefer it over the painter's tape any day of the week. So I'm just making sure that I have the seam down. I've cleaned this tumbler. It's all been prepped. And we're just going to go ahead and get our paint and our glitter on there. I do need to insert an arm, which means this will go down inside of there, but we can pull it back out. These are thinner than the tumblers, so a smaller arm is probably best, but whatever you've got, you do what you have to do. I do want to get out my catchment paper here for my glitter so that if I could find it, there we go. I just use and use and use my paper over until I mess it up so bad that there's no recovery. So I'm going to go ahead and get our paint on here, and I will throw this into high speed so that you don't have to sit and watch forever. As this is playing, you can see that I'm prepping my cup for the glitter. This is going to change, and I'm sure that you probably realize that from the thumbnail. After doing all of this and putting this really pretty glitter on, I felt like there was a little too much green fleck in this glitter, and it just didn't fit with my plans. So, yes, you're sitting through this, but I wanted to explain why my cup looked like glitter as I go out to do my next step. Here it is. It's glittered, but it's not the color I wanted it to be, so I'm spraying it with some fluorescent orange spray paint and just trying to get a good coat on there. It was really, really windy that day, and there was no way that I was going to be able to compete with the wind noise, so I knew I'd have to do a voiceover. But I'm just trying to get a good solid coat of paint on here, and then of course I have to let it dry. Now I'm coming back with some Dawn dish liquid, and I am just drizzling it, and I'm not squeezing the bottle. I'm just pretty much letting it fall out of the container as it wants to, so it's pretty much gravity fed at this point. And I'm just laying down stripes. I didn't want all different directions because there isn't going to be a whole lot of different color on here. So once I've got that on, I'm reaching for my black paint, and it's just from Home Depot, I believe that is, and I just sprayed my black paint on there. And when you see this done, I think it looks so cool. It reminds me of Tony the Tiger, for any of you that are old enough to recognize who Tony the Tiger is. But I felt like this would be a great piece for when you go boating or when you're on the beach to hold your can of refreshment. And you're not going to lose it because you're going to be able to see it. So now I'm just going to rinse it off in my bucket. And please forgive the background here. This is a dismal part of my property where I wind up doing a lot of spray painting. But I'm just cleaning it off, trying to get all the soap off and whatnot. And isn't that pretty? I love that look. So in this next shot, you're going to see where it was dry. And then I'm going to go into my epoxy. Yes, I added some Marabou Rainbow Sparkle in with my epoxy, and that is just so vivid. It's so pretty. I love it. And I found a window where I could have some natural light, so I think that's what really lent to the vividness of this. But I hope you enjoyed this short video. This is a great beginner's project for a tumbler. And until we meet again next time, toodles!